Hello. This is Ralph Diggs here, co-host of the Cheat Code Investment Financial Education podcast, and I want to bring some tips and tricks to you guys who invest in entrepreneurs. So basically, I want to get into the talk of the recoveries within the market is having over the last few days, last week. So I want to break into a few of the different recoveries there are. So I got my dry erase board. A V-shaped recovery in the market. Pandemic brings the market down, right? So it takes you down. Vaccine hopes bring the market back up. So the market surges where companies are bringing out interviews saying they got stages coming up, 1, 2, and 3, and so on. So that brings the market up. But sometimes it doesn't stay up because you got to be careful of a W-type recovery. And let me get over to what a W-type recovery is. So like I was saying in the last one, COVID-19 kicked in. It brought the market down from its highs. Now, last week sometime, there was a lot of talk and hopes of a vaccine coming, things like that, so the market surged up. So a lot of people made some money, individual stocks, mutual funds index, etc. But then we had the protests and things like that, so there was now talks of the second wave. And they're seeing it's actually possibly going to happen. So the market dropped yesterday like a ton of bricks, like just dropped. But you see it's trying to surge back up today because there's still talks of the vaccine. A lot of companies, Moderna, Johnson & Johnson, are in stage 3 trials of human testing. So that's a big deal because I think they're going to be testing 30,000 people, half placebo, half whatever they got cooked up in the books. So that's good news for the markets to bring it back up. So you got to understand when you invest that there are things in play that you have to pay attention to. You got to learn that you got to do your research. You got to figure out that trading, there may be losses, but you need to learn from your losses instead of just keep continuing to make the losses. You got to master the game. You got to realize that this is not specifically gambling, but it's understanding that you can do research and it can make a big difference. Because you even can compare stocks. Like, think about it. There's Apple and Microsoft, or Apple and Samsung. Like, you can really compare these stocks to see which one is better. Don't just assume one's better because they got better commercials. Do your homework. And you got to even know that there's more than just individual stocks. If you're not sure, there's index funds, there's mutual funds where you can either buy, or ETFs, for example, where you can either buy the whole market, an aisle in the market, or you can buy specific sectors or industries as a whole or batched, okay? So you got to realize that too. Like a little thing I heard recently from just research, Apple is doing whispers of having their own search engine because right now Google is paying them $8 billion a year to have Google be the first search engine on their iOS platform. And Apple, they think like entrepreneurs. They're like, why am I paying you? So that may be whispers. It may happen, but if you invest in Apple, keep your ear to the streets for that. And that's my tips for today. If anybody has any questions or anything like that, please let me know in my inbox. Send me an email. If you got my number, send me a text. And anybody who knows me, I'm happy to help. Have a great day. Enjoy your Friday and make it financial.